Where's mine? Say it. Hi, my name's Natalia. And my name's Samaya. Welcome to Credit Talk. Today, this is another episode. Wait, say it one more time.
Show will start
shortly. The show will start shortly.
What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne the Credit Man, and welcome to another episode of Credit Talk. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, but before we get the episode started, can you please hit that like button and subscribe? It really helps us out with the whole YouTube algorithm. But again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Enjoy the episode.
Let's get into it now, man. So today's episode is called Show You the Money. So I had some red markers, but unfortunately, my kid's been using my markers on Sharpies to draw all over this thing. So I had to clean this off, and you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get this thing started. So you guys already know we're continuing real estate month, right? So it's right there at the top. Let's just put RE month. I don't want to take up too much space. RE month. Right? So today we're going to be discussing Show Me the Money. So I always tell people, right, to buy the multifamily first, right? And for those that don't know what a multifamily is, in New Jersey, in the tri-state area, we have buildings, right? From the outside, they look like regular houses, but inside they have different apartments, up to 4 apartments, right? So you can have, let's say a 3-bedroom apartment on the first floor, 3-bedroom on the second floor, 1 on the third floor. That's if you have a 3-family house, right? So let's talk about what I got going on, when I bought, what the profits look like, and why you should buy the multifamily first. But before we get started, I want to break it down to you why you should buy the multifamily first. A lot of people tend to buy the 1-family first, and they always say the same thing. Oh, I want to buy the house first, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to buy the multifamily. Let me tell you the mistake what that is, right? And a lot of people don't understand that mistake until after the fact. So here we go. So you already know it's real estate month. Let's erase 2 of those. So let's say, for instance, I'm just going to use loose math, right? We're going to say, let's say there's a 3-family, and I'm going to use easy math just so y'all can understand. I don't want nobody watching like, oh, where you going to buy a house for $100,000? We're only doing it for easy math, right? So let's say the house. Let's draw a picture of the house. You know what I'm saying? Let's put a window here, door here, roof here. That's the house, right? So let's say this is the house right here. This house costs, let's say this is a 1-family. It's a 1-family home, right? And then down here you have a multifamily. Right? You have a multifamily home. So let's say this is a 3-family, right? So let's say, for instance, the 1-family costs $100,000, right? And for easy math only, I know this is not reality, but for easy math only, the multifamily costs $100,000, right? So let me show you guys why you want to buy the multifamily first. When you go to buy your first home, this is going to be your place of residence where you're going to live at. So a lot of times you're going to use what's called the first-time home buyers, right? Pretty much with the first-time home buyers, that's nothing more than the name of a mortgage. You can have multiple first-time home buyers. You can't have them at the same time, all depending on the distance of the homes. That's another lie. But you're going to get what's called a first-time home buyer's loan, right? You only have, the down payment is only 3.5%. What does that mean? You can either buy a 1-family and put down $3,500, right? Or you can buy a 3-family and put down $3,500. Right? Now when you put down the Now if you put down $3,500 on a 3-family, remember, this 3-family, let's say for instance now, this level is going to get you, let's say, 1,000, right? This level gets you 1,000. Now these are just easy numbers. I'm using easy numbers. Let's say 1,000 for rent, 1,000 for rent. The third floor is going to get you, let's say, 800, right? So that's $2,800 that this building is going to make you every single month. But you're going to say, wait a minute, but I'm going to live there, right? So you're going to eliminate one of the $1,000 ones. Let's say you decide to take the second floor, right? Let's say you're the landlord, you want to get the biggest apartment, second floor. So now you're only making $1,800, right? So now you're pocketing every single month $1,800, right? Now let's say for easy math, on a $100,000 house, your mortgage is probably going to be somewhere around. Let's say your mortgage is $1,500 on a. Let's say easy math. So your mortgage is $1,500 over here, right? So your mortgage is going to be $1,500 on that. you're making $1,800. You're making $1,800 a month, right? So you're pocketing. You're pretty much living for free and pocketing $300, right? But when you buy the one family mortgage is $1,500 every single month, and you got to take that out of your pocket. Here's another reason why you want to buy the multifamily first. Not only because it makes financial sense, but if you buy the one family first, let's say, okay, I bought the one family first, right? Because I didn't want to buy the multifamily first. I bought the one family first. Let me show you guys the problem with doing that now, right? So when you bought the one family, you put down $3,500. You moved in, you got your one family. Then you got up one day and you talk to the wife. You say, yo, let's invest in real estate. Let's go buy a multifamily. You're going to go to that same property. They're selling it for $100,000. But guess what? Because you're not buying it as your primary residence, now you got to put down 20%. So you went from putting down $3,500 to putting down $20,000 on the same house. So now you got to come up with $20,000 for a down payment because you already have a one family, so that's your primary. How you gonna tell the bank that that's your primary too? Who moves from a one family to a multifamily? Doesn't really make any sense, right? So if you buy the one family first, you pretty much tied up your credit. So now anything else you buy after that is gonna be considered investment property. So now you gotta put down $20,000. So, but here's the catch, right? You might be saying, oh, but if I buy the one family, I gotta put down $20,000. No, you don't. Here's how this works now. Let's say you were smart. You said, you know what? I'm going to buy the multifamily first like the credit man did, right? So we bought the multifamily first. So we put down, let's say our down payment was $3,500, right? We put down 3.5%, right? We lived in there, I believe it's 2 years you got to live on the property when you use the first time home buyers. You live there your 2 years, right? And then you say, you know what? I'm ready to buy one family. I'm going to go over exactly what I did. That's not what I did. But let's say you start with a 3 family. You say, you know what? I want to buy a one family house now. Guess what? When you go to buy that one family, guess how much your down payment is going to be? Anywhere between $3,500 to $5,000, based on what mortgage you decide to get. Let me make that a little more pretty so y'all can see that. So you bought the multifamily, you put down $3,500. You had a property that's making $2,800 a month, and you decided to buy one family. Then you move into your one family, which is $100,000. Your mortgage is still $1,500. But you still only got to put down between $3,500 to $5,000 based on if you get a conventional or another first-time home buyers. And the reason why you can get another first-time home buyers is because you're moving from a 3 family to a 1 family, right? So let's say, for instance, that $100,000 house still only going to cost you 3.5% to 5% down on the down payment, instead of vice versa, where yeah, you get the 1 family for 3.5%, but you got to buy the investment property for 20% down now. So this is why it's very important you always get the multifamily first. Don't get the 1 family first. Get the multifamily first. Now, guess what's happening now, right? Now this multifamily is making you $2,800 a month, right? The rents are bringing in $2,800 a month every month, right? What we say the mortgage was, $1,500? We're gonna stick to the same numbers. Mortgage is $1,500. You're pocketing $1,300 a month, right? Now you might say that number. Well, what about blah 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 blah? Let's knock off 3. Let's say we take $300 out every single month and we put it into a savings account, right? Let's say we take off $300, so you're only pocketing $1,000 every month, right? You might say, oh, $1,000 a month, blah, blah, blah. You made that money doing nothing, right? But let's say you want to save $300 a month, right? You take that $1,000, you put towards your mortgage on your one family. Now you only got to come out your pocket $500 for your one family, and you own 2 homes. So between 2 homes, you only got to come out your pocket $500. Now that's if you run everything smooth. You don't have no crazy electric bill. Your gas is set up right so the tenants pay the gas. Because you have other things that come into play when it comes to these numbers here, right? But we're using simple numbers, simple math. I want to keep this as simple as possible. So now you're pocketing $1,000 every single month. Now you can take that $1,000, put it towards your mortgage on your one family. So now you're paying $500 a month on your mortgage on your one family out your pocket, all because you bought the multifamily first, right? Now that's just the reason. I just want to break down to you guys why it's important to buy the multifamily first. This is why I push this on you guys all the time. Get the investment property first. Don't get it after, because after that you got to put down 20%. Who wants to tie up $20,000 out of your pocket to put down on an investment property, right? You're already in the red, $20,000. Then you're making $2,800 a month, so you're only pocketing $1,300 a month. It's going to take you, almost a year and a half to recoup your $20,000, when you could just put down $3,500 and get that back in the second or third month. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how fast you can recoup that money. You know what I mean? So let me break down to you guys what I did, how we built our real estate empire, right? And I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do a little more artwork. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if y'all said anything. I got this little my eyes right here to see what y'all saying. You know what I mean? But I just want to teach y'all how this works. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I see there's a bunch of y'all on here tonight. I appreciate that. Again, let me know where y'all tuning in from, so I can shout y'all out, man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And next week, Queen, what up? Next week I'm going to have Kathleen, my realtor, in here. Well, we're going to be downstairs in the studio. She's going to be our first official guest in the studio, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all again. If y'all can share this live, let people know we live. Let people know we talking real estate, we talking multifamilies, we talking show me the money, you know what I'm saying? So, and let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. I don't want this thing to die on me. Because these things are good for just dying. All right, here we go. These things are good for just dying on me, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can plug it in. Can I plug it in? I don't want my mic to go out. Yeah, we good. Where's the plug at? Oh, right there. This should be good for now. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah. Cool me. I just want to make sure this thing stays nice and charged. So excuse me 1 second. Does it have a wireless one? Do I have a wireless one? No, don't. Okay. Let's keep this thing on the charger while I'm talking to you guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. I know y'all probably can't see what's going on. I'm just plugging in the charger. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear still. I just plugged in the charger. Y'all can hear me loud and clear? This is so ghetto. Hold on. All right. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Let me see if y'all can see my joy head. Get out. Pause. No, we straight. All right. All right, cool. Just make sure we still good. I don't want to start talking to y'all hear that nasty echo. All right, we back. All right, cool. So I'm gonna show you how we built our empire, and then I'm gonna kill all of the oh my God, but what about this and what about that? Because people always make excuses to why they can't be great. I'm trying to show everybody why they can be great, and people always making excuses why they can't. So let's get into it. So when we first bought our first home, we weren't real estate investors. My father came home one day. We were looking to buy a house, and my father came home. This was before we got married, and said, "Hey, I want you to buy I know somebody that's losing their home." This is back in 2009. I know somebody that's losing their home. This is during the whole foreclosure thing where everybody was losing their home. And I said, "Okay, cool. We'll go look at it." So we went and looked at it. It ended up being a 3-family, right? I knew nothing about being a landlord. I don't want to front and act like, yeah, I always knew I was going to be this big real estate mogul. No, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was regular like you guys, had a regular job doing regular things, and I got placed with the opportunity. And at the time, I was like, all right, let's do it. We ended up buying this 3-family. So at the time, again, easy numbers. We bought this 3-family for, I want to say $200,000. Right? Again, these are just easy numbers. We put down, I think it was $7,000. $7,000 was our down payment plus our closing costs. So we were in the 3-family for $7,000. Let me draw a nice little 3-family for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. This was the first home. So it's a 3-family. This one's not as good as the other picture, but you get what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So this one had 3 bedrooms on the second floor, 3 bedrooms on the third floor, 1 bedroom in the attic, in the third floor. So first floor, 3 bedrooms, second floor, 3 bedrooms. I'm sorry, first floor, 3 bedrooms, second floor, 3 bedrooms, third floor, 1 bedroom. At the time, I want to say we were getting, let's say we're getting $1,000 each floor. We was getting $1,000 for the first. We lived on the second floor, so we didn't get nothing. And on the third floor, we was getting, I want to say $850. So we were making $1,850 off of this house. Or our mortgage at the time, I believe, was $1,800. Again, I could be off with these numbers, but I'm rounding up. So we were making $50 every single month off this property, right? But again, we were living there, so we were making $50 a month off this property, but we were living there, so we pretty much living for free. Today they call this house hacking. What I'm about to explain to you guys. We did this back in 2009. I just want you guys to know that. You know what I'm saying? So we were making $50 a month off this house. The first mistake we made. We realized, we said, yo, we not living right. My third floor tenant said they moving out. I said, okay, cool. I went up to the apartment and I said, hey, we could probably make more money. It was only me and her at the time. We could probably make more money if we moved up to the third floor and rented the second floor. Cool. We moved up to the third floor, so we eliminated the $800 and we rented out the second floor for $1,250. right? So now we're making, where's my rate? Oh. So now every month, I'm sorry, 18. Let's erase this. Let's keep that. So now we're making $22.50 a month. So now, and we're still living there. We're making $450 every single month now. So we're still living there, but now we're pocketing $450 a month, right? Now, once we started pocketing $450 a month and we're living there, so we're pretty much living for free. We didn't have no rent. We didn't have to pay no electric bill. We paid nothing. We were living in this space for free. We just had to take the 1 bedroom on the 3rd floor, right? So we decided, hey, let's buy another one. The economy was really bad. Nobody can get mortgages because they didn't have no money or credit. We weren't impacted by the crash, so we decided to buy another one. We went and we bought a 2-family, right? So the next property, oh wait, we gotta use the right markers. So the next property was a 2-family. You know what I mean? So now, y'all probably saying, how's the 2-family bigger than the 1st floor, 2nd floor? Now this 2-family had a 1st floor apartment, a 2nd floor apartment, and a third floor apartment, but it had what's called an illegal 3. But I'm gonna tell you what we did, right? So in this spot, when we moved there, somebody was living there for years. They were paying $1,000 for rent, right? We took the 2nd floor apartment because at this time we ended up having a kid already, or we might have had 2, can't remember. But we ended up taking the 2nd floor apartment, right? Actually, we had 1 kid at the time. We had the second one was there. So we ended up taking the 2nd floor apartment. So we was getting $1,000 for the 1st floor apartment, and we ended up renting the 3rd floor apartment for $650, right? So over here, remember we were living here. We moved from here to here, so now we're making $900 off this floor, $1,250 on the 2nd floor. $1,000 off the 3rd floor. I'm giving you guys numbers from back in 2012, whatever that was when we bought the second one, right? So now with this one, the mortgage was $1,800. The mortgage was $1,800. We were getting $1,650. So we was taking $150 out of our pocket, right? To live here. So now we had a bigger house in a better neighborhood. So now we had a 2-family. So now we have a 3-family and a 2-family. So now the 2-family is making us, damn, I even do the new math here. Hold on. Let me bust a new math down for you guys real quick. So remember before, we was making $22.50, right? So now we're making $22.50 plus 900. That's 31, 32, 22, 32, 31. So now we're making $31.50, right? So now every month we're pocketing. We're pocketing $1,300 a month. So guess what we did? So out of this $1,300 a month, we took that $150 out of it, right? So now we took the $150 out of it, so now we're living in this for free. So now we're making $1,350 over here. We're living for free, and this one was costing us $150 a month to live in. That money was coming here, paying there, so we're living for free in both apartments. And then one day my wife said, you know what, I'm tired of living with tenants. I think it's time for us to get our 1-family. So we bought this in 2010, I want to say. No, 2009. We bought this one in 2011. Right? So that's 2 years that we bought 2 houses, right? So then we decided, hey, we're going to buy the 1-family. She's tired of living with tenants. Okay, cool, let's do it. So we go and we buy the 1-family. Let me draw this one to the right size because our 1-family is a nice size, right? So we end up buying a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, right, in a nice area, whatever. I don't want to let you guys know where I live at because some of y'all are slick. So this mortgage ended up being, I want to say $2,400, if I'm correct. That mortgage was $2,400. We ended up renting the apartment we was living in here. Let's say we rented it for $1,250. Actually, I'm using the wrong marker. Hold on. We gotta keep this consistent. Okay. Somebody just rented my Lamborghini. Let's go. So we got $1,250 for the 2nd floor, right? Because it was really nice. And I believe our mortgage over here was $2,400, right? I'm just giving you rough numbers because I don't remember exactly what it was. It was somewhere around there though. So now we're making, now this house, instead of it costing us $150, right? Now we're making, so that's $2,250, 26. Now we're making $2,700 a month off the 2-family, right? Remember the mortgage was $1,800, so now we're pocketing $1,100 a month, right? So now we're 18 plus 20, 27, 18, 20, yeah. So we're pocketing $1,100 a month. 250. Make sure we're doing this right. 2250, 27. Yeah, okay. So now we're pocketing $1,100 a month over here. Remember, we're making $1,300 over here. So now that's $2,700 a month coming from our rental properties, the 3-family, the 2-family. Now we got a 1-family. So guess what we could do? We could easily took this money here and made that payment and covered our mortgage. So this would have been paying for itself. This would have been paying for itself, and also paying for our 1-family. But we didn't do that. What we did was we took the money from each one of these properties and we banked it, because our plan was to keep going. We didn't want to stop. So now we bought this one in 2014. So we bought this in 2009, late 2010. We bought this one in 2012, and we bought this one in 2014. So that's 4 years. We bought 3 properties, right? So in 3 years, 9, 10, so yeah, we bought about 3-4 years. But let's call it 4 years. In 4 years, we bought 3 properties. So we have the 3-family, the 2-family, and the 1-family, right? Let me write that back. I don't know why I erased that. 24,000, right? So we took a little time off. We learned the game. We learned how to take care of these properties. We made some moves, you know what I'm saying? And we decided, hey, we wanted to get back in the game. But this time, I wanted to jump into the commercial game because I needed this office right here that I'm standing in. I told this story 100 times, but I'll let you guys know. The first time I went to get the office, they wouldn't give it to me, right? They said, you got to put down all this money. It's not really based off your credit, blah, 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 blah. We made some things happen. So I'm going to let you guys exactly what we made happen. Our 1-family house was $2,400. It was worth about, let's say, $500,000 at the time. Let's say it's worth $500,000. What we did was we pulled out $70,000 out of this house, right? Out of this house. Our mortgage went up a couple dollars. We pulled out $70,000, and we bought what's called a mixed-use property. So I'm going to go ahead and try to draw this accordingly. Right? So the mixed-use property is going to be, let's say like this, right? So the mixed-use property has a 1-bedroom on the 3rd floor, a 3-bedroom on the 2nd floor, and Reed Financial Solutions on the 1st floor, right? Now you might be saying, why did I buy a space instead of renting one? Because I do house hacking. Remember I told you guys how this paid for itself, that paid for itself, and everything was paying for this, right? What I wanted to do was I wanted to get an office for my space, but I didn't want to rent nobody else's office because I don't like being controlled. I don't want no landlord telling me to turn my music down. I don't want no landlord telling me where I can put my signs. I didn't want no landlord raise my rent because I'm doing well, and I don't want no landlord telling me if I can have a party or not. If I want to turn up the music and invite some people over, I want to be able to do that without being bothered, so I bought my building, right? But here's the hack. Again, house hacking 101. Been doing this since 2009, right? This apartment gets me $1,800. This apartment gets me $1,200. I'm making $2,800 a month, right? Our mortgage is about $2,700 a month. So guess what? We're pocketing $100 a month on our commercial property, and my company gets to be here for free. So my company don't got to pay rent. So imagine if I had to pay, let's say on the light side, the space that I have a huge, for people that haven't been here, I have a huge lobby. I have a common area. I have this conference room that I'm in. I have a full bathroom. I have 3 offices, and then I have my huge office in the back. I also have the basement where I have my studio. I have another full bathroom in the basement. I have a whole bunch of stuff going on here, right? So let's say if I might have to rent, I might pay $2,000 a month to rent a space like this, right? A commercial space, and that can go up at any time. So I saved myself $2,000 by buying a mixed use, so I make the apartments pay the mortgage, so my company don't got to worry about paying the mortgage, you know what I'm saying? So I pay myself, because I got a maintenance company, I pay myself rent every single month so that I can get that tax write-off. But that's how that worked. But we're not done yet. So we got the commercial property, fixed everything up. You guys know we had the fire burned down, fixed it all back up again. And we said, you know what? We want to buy another property. So we decided to buy another property, right? So what do? We went now. Let me try to, I guess, I'm going to use this little area down here. So we went and we said, hey, you know what? We want to buy a building at the time. We were looking for a building, but this is when the market first started going up. Prices were crazy. So we decided to buy a 4-family. So we bought a 4-family, right? So now we bought a 4-family, and this 4-family was bought as an investment property. Remember I told you guys about the investment, how you can put down 3.5% here, 3.5% here, 5% here. We put down 3.5% for the first one, 3.5% for the second one, 5% for the third one. Let's let you guys know that, right? No 20%. This one we had to put down 20% because it's a commercial. This one we had to put down 20% because the 4-family was also an investment property. Because again, we already have our 1-family now. So you can go 4. It's called 4, 3, 2, 1. You can literally buy 4 homes and put down a little percentage worth of money. I think the highest you probably go is 10. You know what I'm saying? That's called house hacking. That's what they call it today. When we were doing it, we were setting the trend. We didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But we bought a 4-family. Now the 4-family looks a little bit like this. You got an apartment here, apartment here, apartment here, and apartment here. So we bought a 4-family here. But we bought a big 4-family. Like, this apartment is a 3-bedroom, I believe 3-bedroom. This one's a 5, and this one's a 4. So we bought a 3, 3, 5, 4. So the numbers on this one is so crazy. I want to say the mortgage is $3,700 or something like that. No, it's $3,400, somewhere around there. This apartment gets us, I want to say $1,000. This apartment gets us, I want to say $1,400. This one is $1,900. And this one's $1,600. So y'all see that's $26,459. So we're at $5,900, somewhere around $5,900 a month that we make off that property. So we're making $2,400 a month off our 4-family. And I don't know if you guys know how 4-families are set up, but they pay their own heat, their own hot water. All the bills are covered. All we pay is a common area electric bill. When I say common area, I mean the porch, the lights in the backyard, side of the house, all the lights around the house and in the basement, in the hallways, we pay for that. Not even in the hallways, because they actually pay for that, because when they open their door, they have their own hallway, so we don't even pay for that. So we're making $2,400 off of our 4-family, and that's the 4-family that we bought during the height of the economy. So it's still deals out there. You just got to know how to look for them, right? And then I can tell you guys a long story about the 4-family, what we went through with that one, but I'm glad I bought it. That's literally, all my houses are what's called set it and forget it. I have a bunch of good tenants that take care of everything. I really don't got to worry about nothing. Like, they literally, they take the garbage out. They do everything. I just go by when there's an issue and fix the issue. So this is how I built mine, right? Now, the excuse I usually hear from people always say, oh, but you can't do that today because the prices are so high, and how can anybody make money in real estate, blah, 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 blah. So this is what I did. A good friend of mine, she closed on her rental property, and I said she. Shout out to the women. Y'all know it's International Women's Day. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so I hit her up and I said, yo, do me a favor. Send me your numbers for your rental property so that way I can know what your rental property is looking like. Because I want people to know that you can still make money even in this market. Because a lot of people don't realize, the price of houses went up, but the price of rent also went up with the price of the house. So they're kind of consistent with each other, right? So let's say, like people like to say, let's say we lucked up on all of this. We bought 5 houses and we lucked up. You know what I'm saying? We bought the 4-family, 3-family, 2-family, 1-family commercial property, but we just lucked up. Like, we just happened to find diamonds in the rough 5 times in a row, right? So let's erase all of this. Because like I said, people like making a lot of excuses, and I like blowing people's excuses out the water. So mind you, she closed on this house 6 months ago, and this is with the new higher interest rates, and this is with all the excuses that people have. So let's see. Her mortgage is, all right, so her mortgage is, let's start with the mortgage. So she has a 3-family house. And if y'all watch Credit Talk, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it right now because there's a lot of y'all on here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if did I miss anything. Chopper, what up, bro? Appreciate you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Who else is on here? Not Defeated, what's up? Ramari, what up? He said, how I bought the second one. We put down 3.5% on the second one. Let's see. Remy Boy Mars, what up, bro? Appreciate y'all. Man, what up, bro? What a long time. Brian, what's going on? Thanks for joining. All right, cool. I'm glad y'all learning something new. Appreciate you, bro. Kirky, what up, bro? You got to pull up, man. So, all right, so done shouting y'all out. So let's do it now. So she had a 3-family home in Newark, right? And y'all know Newark is crazy as far as the prices, crazy. So she bought the house for $525,000. And the house that I bought, the last one, the 4-family, it was $650,000. And I put down a bunch of money on that one, but I don't want to get into all of that because I don't want y'all trying to pull up on me. And, all I got is credit. So $525,000, right? So the house is $525,000. So she bought a 3-family for $525,000. So what happens a lot of times is people look at this number. I don't know why they look at that number. When they buy multifamilies, they look at that number and say, oh, that house is too expensive. They ain't look at nothing else yet. Let me tell you, so her house is $525,000, right? Her mortgage is $38,400. $38,880. So her mortgage, let me write that, Rex. So I don't know what's up with my hand. I got the shaky hand tonight. 38,880. So her mortgage is $3,880 a month. The cost of the property was $525,000. I believe she only put down 3.5%. First time home buyers, I believe. Not sure. I think she might have put down a couple dollars more. So the first floor. So let's draw this. Y'all know I'm trying to work on my artistry. So let's draw this real quick. So this is her house. It's a beautiful home too. Right? So this is the house here. So has a really big porch. So let's say that's the first floor, second floor, third floor. So the first floor is 3 bedrooms. Second floor is 3 beds. Third floor, and this could have been a 4-bedroom, but this one is a 1-bedroom. Right? So the first floor she's getting $1,800. So $1,800 for the first floor, right? Second floor she's getting $2,900. And the reason why she's getting $2,900, that's a huge apartment with a big glass that overlooks the hood. It's really nice. Washroom, bathroom, all types of stuff. So she's getting $2,900 for the 3-bedroom. And in the 1-bedroom, she's getting $1,600 for the 1-bedroom. So let's add that up. Let's do some math here. Now I'm gonna get the calculator out. Mind you, this is my people that say that you can't find no deals today because prices are too high. That's what y'all said, right? So I gotta keep that same energy. So she's making 1,600 plus 2,900 plus 1,800. She's making $6,300 a month, right? Now let's subtract 6,300. Let's take away the mortgage from that. 3,880. She's making $2,420 a month. Now this is a house that was bought about, I want to say 6 months ago. So she bought this home 6 months ago. And these are her numbers. So for all the people that's saying you can't make money off multifamilies right now, what happened? I guess did she get lucky too? Now here's the thing. Here's another thing though, right? Because then another excuse people tend to have is what else they say? You can't. Oh, that's what people were telling you. Oh, the interest rates are high. Don't worry about the interest rates. Just buy the house and refinance later. Let me tell you guys the problem with that. Now let's put this off, right? I'm gonna give you guys a little jewel on why you shouldn't be buying a 1-family home right now. The interest rates are high, right? But here's the problem. If you buy a house today for $500,000, actually let me get that blue. Let's say you bought this same house. Let's use her numbers. Let's say you bought this. Let's say this is a 1-family, right? You paid $525 for your 1-family. Your mortgage is $3,880, right? And you're not getting nothing for it a month, right? And that's with the high interest rate and everything. And then you turn around and they say, oh, don't worry about it. Buy it now with the high interest rates. When the rates drop, you can refi. Here's what the problem is. That number right there is inflated. And what do I mean by inflated? That means that number is high because of the current high values of everything. What happens in 6 months when your house is no longer worth what you paid for it? So let's say you paid $525 for it, right? Now it's worth, let's just say it lost something light. It lost $25,000 over the course of, let's say, 2 years, right? So now your house is valued at $500,000, right? Let's say your house is you're valued at $500,000, and you want to refi it now, right? You're gonna say, hey, let's say in 2 years you might owe $523 on my mortgage, right? And you go to the bank and you're gonna say, hey, I want to refi my mortgage. They're gonna say, okay, cool. They're gonna come appraise you and say your house is worth $500,000. You owe $525. We'll refi for $500, but you got to come up with $25,000. That's what people are not telling you. If the property value drops, you're not going to be able to refi your home unless you got that extra cash to cover the dead money. That's what they're not telling you. That's why I tell everybody right now, you shouldn't be looking at 1-family homes. You should be looking at multi-family homes. Why? Because you're always making money off these homes. No matter what that number is, you're always going to be making this. Now I know people are going to say, I don't want to deal with tenants. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. If I told you you can have these numbers here today and you're pocketing $2,420, it's $2,402 worth the headache. Now let's say, for instance, let's say you live here. Let's say you live here. Let's mess with the numbers a little bit. And mind you, this is her numbers. I didn't do nothing with it yet, so I don't know what's going to turn out. Let's say you take $1,600. You took the 1-bedroom on the 3rd floor, right? So now you're only making every single month. You're getting $2,900 for the 2nd floor, right? And you're getting $1,800 for the 1st floor. So now you're only making a month $4,700. Your mortgage is still $3,880. You're making $900 a month off of this house, and you're living there. Now, you guys are telling me you wouldn't take that, where you're making $900 a month and you live there? You wouldn't take that headache? I'm taking that headache. As you can see, I took it 5 times already. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to take it another time. Hopefully today I can close on something else. You know what I'm saying? But these are just what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's called house hacking. This is how people buy these houses. They live in them. They stack that money, buy another one, live in them, stack that money. I would say you do the 4, 3, 2, 1. Start with a 4-family. You can literally buy a $500,000 4-family house and put down 3.5%. What was that? Let's say, what's 3,500 times 4? That's $14,000 you're going to put down on a 4-family house. That has the potential to make you almost $8,000 a month. If you got nice apartments and you're getting $2,000 per apartment, that's $8,000 a month. Your mortgage is not going to be more than $3,880. Why wouldn't we do this? And this is why I always tell people, and people always say, "Oh, do you enjoy being a landlord?" I love being a landlord. The whole time I've been a landlord, all these years since 2009, I only had 1 or 2 days where I said to myself, "Why did I buy these houses?" You know what happened? When the drain in the basement clogged up. That's the only time I was ever mad I was a landlord, because I had to deal with that. But besides that, I love this stuff, man. I'm looking to buy more. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for ways to get my money up so I can purchase more properties. You know what I'm saying? This is why I tell people your credit is so important, because it all starts with your credit. Like, you got to get that personal credit right. Once you get that personal credit right, you have access to all of this. You have banks that will literally give you $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, all because you got a good credit score. And you can start building your real estate portfolio. I would suggest start with a 4-family. If you can't start with a 4-family, start with a 3. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to start with a 2 because they're a little nervous. I say a 2 is not worth it to me no more. I would say, get a 3. Only way a 2 is worth it. Let me tell you what I did to mine. I'm going to tell you guys what I did to mine. And I made my 2-family worth it in the new market. Let me tell you things you can do. Now, remember, I gave you guys a bunch of low numbers before, right? Now, mind you, I still have a small mortgage on my 2-family. So let's work it out like this. Let's erase all of this, right? And if you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'm going to answer them towards the end. Don't think I'm not answering y'all questions. I see y'all talking on here. I'm just running my mouth right now. Let me run my mouth. So, remember, I had my 2-family, right? Let's erase one level off of my one of my houses. You know what I'm saying? So let's put the roof. So let's say on my 2-family, remember, I had the 3-bedroom, and then I had a 1-bedroom illegal apartment, right? Now, during the market, what happened was, I believe right now in this house I owe about $136. That number's not right. It's somewhere around there. I don't know off the top of my head. So let's say I owe $136 on this house. This house is now valued at $500,000. I was going to sell it, decided I didn't want to sell them, I took it off the market, took some money, invested in the apartments. So remember, I was getting $1,000 for this apartment, $1,250 for this apartment, right? That's what I was getting before. Boom, let's erase that. Now I'm getting, for the first floor apartment, I did some work, $650 for this apartment, $3,000 for this apartment. So now I'm getting $46.50 a month. Now you probably say, how was I able to raise the rent that crazy? What I did was I turned the 3rd floor illegal apartment into, I put 2 bedrooms up here and a bathroom. And I attached it to the 2nd floor apartment. So now the 2nd floor apartment is 3 bedrooms. There's actually, it's 3 bedrooms, so it's 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for the 2nd and 3rd floor apartment. So now this is 1 apartment here. And there's a 3-bedroom on the 1st floor, which in the future, this is the basement. In the future, I'm going to put 2 more bedrooms. I'm going to cut up part of the basement, put 2 more bedrooms here. This is going to become a 5-bedroom. And I'm going to get $3,000 for each apartment. So these are the things that you can do to utilize your 2-family. So now I'm going to end up getting $6,000 for a 2-family that I was only making $2,700 on before. So these are just the things that you do once you learn the real estate game. Now, I made some mistakes along the way. I spent way too much money on certain things. Wasn't using business credit. Didn't have my properties in a business name. Now I have all my properties in business names. But I learned as I went along, and the reason why I do episodes like this on Credit Talk is so that you guys can learn. So you don't make the same mistake I made. Make sure you buy your multifamily in an LLC. You don't got to have business credit to buy a property in your LLC. You buy it in your personal name. You start a company. You give it to your people and say, hey, I want to put this house in a business name. That way it protects you if anybody falls out, any lawsuits. You ain't got to worry about it coming to your personal pocket. It's only going to attack your house because your house is its own entity. You can also build business credit with that house because your business, your house, your multifamily is a business, and your income is the rents that you get every single month. So you can literally get credit cards, cars, buy all types of stuff in your house name. That's all part of house hacking. That's what we do here at Reef Financial Solutions. So I just want you guys to know that, man, it's moves being made out here, and I'm trying to show you guys these moves that's being made. And it seems like a lot of us don't like listening to us because we're the same color. I don't know what it is. But every single week I'm here at Credit Talk Live to discuss different credit-related topics. And this week I just want to do an episode called Show Me the Money. So that way, because I know people always hear about multifamilies, but I want to show you guys the money, how you can live for free. Some of y'all right now, y'all paying $2,000, $2,300 for rent. You know, you don't get no tax breaks on that. That's due every single month. Every year is going higher. You're restricted on your movement. You can't do this, can't do that. Can't have people spend the night, all types of stuff. Why not become a landlord instead of complaining about your landlord? Start being a landlord, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if we got any questions up here. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and ask them now because I'm going to start answering all the questions. Yeah, I mean. Oh, man. What's her rate? I believe her rate is like 6% on the girl that bought the one in Newark, the one recently. I believe her rate is somewhere around 6%. Interest rates aren't high. Yes, they are. Where you get that from? Mr. Visionary, interest rates are definitely high. Interest rates were like down to like 2.3 or something like that at one point. So they damn near tripled. So for today's times, they're high. I know back in the day they were higher, but this ain't back in the day. Wait, with FHA, I thought you had to live in the house. Yeah, you gotta live with FHA. You're supposed to live in the house for 2 years. So for 2 years, you gotta live in the house for FHA. You know, you kind of bend that a little bit. You know how it goes. Sir Favre said, "Is it possible to buy a house with a line of credit?" You can, but the interest rate is gonna be too crazy. I wouldn't suggest it. So let's say you did have a $100,000 line of credit and you bought a house for $50,000. The rate on that line of credit, the lowest I ever seen on a line of credit was 8%. Even though it matches it kind of matches the mortgage rate, so it might not make a difference at this point. But the basement gonna be legal, right? No, the basement is only illegal when you got to go to the town and get permits and all that in order to do that. That's why I didn't do it already because I'm not ready to go deal with the town yet. The house that I live in, that town is very complicated. Juicy Juice, I appreciate you. If they don't want it, I'll take it. Bro, it's higher than 2%, but it still ain't high. I think 7% is pretty high. And they said they're going to raise it again. They're going to raise it 2 more times within the next year, I believe. I read today. So she lives in the basement. All floors are rented out, right? She don't live there. She bought that property as an investment property. So she rented out all 3 floors. She already has a 1 family. So she put down a couple $dollars on that house. But I just wanted to show you guys how, because people like to say things like, oh, you can't buy houses right now, or I don't want to have the headache of a multifamily. I'm going to show you why people take these headaches and why I have 4 headaches, and I love my headaches. They're great. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just want to let you guys know. That's another thing too. Hey, Queen Bee, I'm glad you brought that up. Listen, if you really about this grind, you will go buy your 4 family, rent out all 4 apartments, and redo the basement and live in the basement. I know mad landlords that buy 4 families and live in the basement, rent out all 4 floors, and they down in the basement. They got a 2-bedroom in the basement because the landlord is allowed to live in the basement. You just can't rent the basement. So let's say, for instance, like the lady I was talking about that bought that 3 family, she has a big, beautiful basement. So if she wanted to, she can put probably another 3-bedroom in the basement that she could live in and rent out all 3 floors and still take home all that money we talked about every single month. Every month she can still pocket that money and she lives there, so she's living for free. So for my people that don't know, that's called house hacking now. You know, they actually got a name for it now, you know what I'm saying? What books do you recommend to new investors? I can't even recommend a book because I kind of learned this stuff. Like I went through it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna write a book about my house buying experience and show you guys how I built my empire. Because, you know, and for those that don't know, you know, my book, Understanding Credit, the best-selling book is out. So if you guys haven't picked up a copy, please go pick up a copy. It's available on Amazon. It's available on my website. I believe it's $12.99. You pick up a copy and, you know, it's called Understanding Credit. It kind of breaks down how credit works. I'm going to write another book, and in the book I'm going to talk about how we built our empire. You know what I'm saying? Landlord can live in the attic as well. Yeah, you can live anywhere. You just can't rent it. You know what I'm saying? So let's say for instance, my East Orange house, when I had that illegal 1-bedroom on the 3rd floor, I could have lived up there and been fine. They wouldn't have said nothing because I'm living up there. But you know, if you try to rent these apartments, that's illegal. You can get in a lot of trouble. So I wouldn't suggest it unless you're doing it the right way. Yeah, but these are just ways. It's called house hacking, and that's why I just broke down for you guys how you can build your real estate empire while keeping your money in your pocket. So you can literally go from spending $2,000 a month on rent to pocketing $4,600 a month on rent. You know what I'm saying? And living at a property, the right one. That's why I always suggest people start with a 4 family. And then when it comes time, after a couple years and the value goes up, you can refi, pull money out, and make more moves. That's what we're currently doing. We're currently refining a couple of our properties, pulling some money, a couple $100,000 out, and we're gonna take it to buy another property, and we're just gonna keep going like that. You know what I'm saying? This is how you make your money. So it's like invisible money that we didn't do nothing for but upkeep our house. The value goes up, you refi, pull that money out, go buy another property, fix that one up, value goes up, and you keep repeating, and you allow that debt for the mortgages to make you money. That's how it works, man. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and ask, man. Whew, that was a lot. How much money would you say one needs to start house hacking? Say $15,000 in today's times, because the market is so crazy. You need at least 3.5%. I would say talk to a mortgage broker. I'm gonna have a mortgage broker here next week on the next episode of Credit Talk in the studio. She's gonna be able to go over with you guys how much the down payments, all that good stuff, how that works. But I would say 3.5% of whatever the house costs. So let's say on average, if the house you want to get is $500,000, you got to come up with what is it, 3, 7, 14? About $14,000. So I would say $14,000 plus your closing costs. Your closing costs could be anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 based on the taxes on that property. Some towns got low property taxes, some towns got high. Y'all know Jersey is notoriously high for property taxes. So I would say $15,000 to $20,000. If you could save that, you should be set to go and be able to start your real estate empire. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go. House hacking by MG, the mortgage guy. Yeah, but we did this house hacking thing. We started doing this back in 2009. So between 2009 and 2012, we had, between 2009 and 2014, we had 3 properties. And we learned a lot along the way. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to show you guys that it is possible to own these type of homes. You ain't got to always be, you ain't always got to be a renter, or you got, if you got it in your mind and you can't do it, take it out your mind now, because I'm literally doing what I'm telling you guys about, what I'm showing you guys. And I wasn't rich when I started doing this. I was regular. I had a job. I think I was making $50,000 a year when I first started buying homes, me and my wife. I think she was making like 40, and she was making like 60. I might have been making like 40 when we bought our first home. So it's not like we was making all this money. Because, today another excuse that people say, oh, well, you got money, so it's easier for you. No, it's not, because when we started, we have money today because of the investments we made back in 2009. That's why we have money today. So I just want you guys to know that, we've set it up so well that if we stop working, our mortgage will always be paid. We don't take money out of our pockets to pay mortgages. All the mortgages are paid. All the multifamilies pay off for the one family. So our mortgage is going to be paid. Y'all know I do the Toro thing with the car, so the car notes are always going to be paid. I can literally lay in my bed all day and all that stuff be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? But it's called house hacking. I want you guys to check it out. Instead of refinancing, why not do a HELOC? From what I'm hearing, HELOCs are actually hard to get right now because everybody's trying to get a HELOC. So I believe they're restricting them now. Plus, they're afraid that the market is going to crash. So they think all the value is going to go from here to here. So all that HELOC debt that you're going to have is going to be sitting on top of your mortgage, and your house is not going to be worth it. And it's going to cause another mortgage crisis. Me personally, I don't think that's going to happen. If that was going to happen, the feds wouldn't keep raising the interest rates because they see that the values are continuing to rise. So I don't see a crash coming, but who am I? I'm not an expert. You know what I mean? Have you ever done any seller finance deals? No, I never did any seller finance deals. I need my cash up front, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but